This is the workshop that's not been run anywhere else in Singapore or in Southeast Asia. It's unique to us here. It's different. It takes people sometimes a bit of a while to understand what it's about. Day one, it's really intense for people because they're learning something very new. They're working in an environment that they're very rarely in. You're outside, it's hot, it's humid, it's sweaty, it's tough. It's intense for people, it's challenging.
Getting close to the horse, initially you are like, okay, does the horse bite? And so on. But I think towards the end you realize that you could really go into the horse when he really didn't harm you. So I think that was one factor. You started getting that confidence that you really can, get the horse to do stuff.
In the morning, I was a little bit fearful, so she's pushing me back. But in the afternoon, I actually relaxed myself a little bit. So I think she can also sense that, and I'm also a little bit more confident with her. So we are able to build a better relationship.
At first I was very apprehensive, fearful. I wasn't sure if the horse is going to like me. But after working with him, I think he began to like me, and we built that relationship and move forward from there.
The horses can be a mirror, and they will mirror back your emotions. If you're high energy and nervous and worried, you'll find the horse in front of you is the same. Whereas once you start to relax, you're calm, working quietly and steadily through the projects, then the horse will generally come and match you and be the same. So it gives you an idea of what you're projecting when you're working.
We go into day two and we start to see that people are making that transformation. They're actually starting to find that they can do it. The horse is responding to them and they're starting to see personal success. By the end of the 2 days, there's a real shift for people, and that's what this program is all about. And that's really what transformational learning is. It's an experience, and you can't replicate this. It has to be done live, in person, getting sweaty, getting mucky, getting hot, getting frustrated with a horse. That's the only way you can do this.
Non-verbal communication when you're dealing with a horse, and as people we have a habit of trying to talk our way out of challenging situations. And with the horses, we can't do that. We have to be present and we have to step up and work our way through it.
When people are leading a horse, they're either walking in front and very rarely checking in or looking back or seeing what the horse is doing. So what we find is that the horse could be just ambling along, not really bothered, not really focusing, not involved or committed to what's going on. Other people will lead by walking backwards. So their focus is totally on the horse. Their focus is totally about what that horse is doing. That will determine what they do. So what we look for is getting a balance of being confident, being in the front, leading, but also making sure that you're checking back, making sure that you're regularly checking in and going, have we got the right energy? Have we got the right focus? Am I providing that for the horse? And this translates really nicely into the office because quite often as leaders, we're way ahead of everybody else, and we don't realize that actually the team is lagging behind. They don't know where we are, they don't know what the focus is, so this is a great reminder.
It's an awesome experience, so we need to work in team and help Falco across all these obstacles. And more importantly is we have to persevere. It takes a few rounds of practice before Falco starts to follow what we do.
We have to be more persistent.
Yeah, and a lot more focus, not worry about what's happening outside and just try to focus on the horse.
She would match up to her energy and she was very happy to run around.
You're the winning team. How does it feel?
Top of the world. He's the winner. We are the partners. Good partnership, man and horse, and woman.
Yes.
It deserves all the treats now. One step at a time. Go fast but not rush. I think there's a difference between the two.
The fact that it is transformational, the fact that it is something that will challenge them in a way they've never been challenged before, means that it's memorable. It's a workshop that they're never going to forget, and the value of that for organisations is that the learnings and the insights that come from this are going to stay with these leaders for a long time. The return on investment is going to be there because the managers are going to remember, wow, yes, that was a workshop that it changed me, and we've seen a shift in people coming in feeling quite confident about things, maybe thinking, hey, I have no issues, to then having that realization that there are things they can change, but it's positive, and they realize that actually those small minor changes that they can make will have a huge impact with their team.